Okay, hi guys, time to test my system once again. Division logo, custom ROM loading, reboot, and system loading now. Yep, we're in Workbench. You can see the classic Workbench by Bloodwitch and Fillers edition, which is caused by the custom exec library. You can see it here as well. Okay, now let's see how responsive the system is. I overclocked it to 36 MHz. It's blazing fast, as you can see. Let's go to Programs folder. Yep, Peter K's icon library. It's very nice and very fast as well. You can see some icons. Let's open them. New icons, glow icons, load just fine. Even the slow Mason icons for OS4. And even dual PNG, not that folder, okay, dual PNG by Ken Lester, load really fast in comparison to the oldest versions or the default icon library. Okay. Okay, time to run some benchmarks. First of all, we can see the boards. This is the latest boards library. This is the latest sysinfo. Not bad. Okay, I'm gonna open Eagle Player. Okay, let's put something else. And simultaneously we will open the Amiga. That it has an anime driver for mouse player. Let's open that. I'm gonna put the soundtrack of Batman. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna start Miami DX TCP/IP stack. It's auto loading, and now I'm gonna load eyebrows. And just for example, I'm gonna load the amiga.org website. Loading is gonna be a little slower, but it's okay. We're running MP3 as well. Eyebrows has a customized theme by Rebel. And it loaded. So some latest pictures. Yep. Let's just close it. Okay, I'm gonna close Amiga for a bit. And I'm gonna load, for example, YAM mail client in its latest version with all libraries updated. It's not the fastest when loading, but once it's loaded it works just fine. As you can also see, I have changed the icon set for Magic Workbench colors and it's just fine. I'm gonna close it. Okay, I'm gonna enable MMU with my custom script. And now that we have MMU, I can run which Amiga, which will display that MMU is running. So now that we have an MMU, we can load some other stuff as well, like emulators. I'm gonna start Shapeshifter. Video is loading with a MU EVD driver. I haven't tinkered macOS yet. It's a classic setup that you can find easily. And here we are. Let's open the About dialog. You can see system 7.6.1. I'm going to close it a bit. And we're back on Workbench now. So I can load, for example, PC task. MS-DOS loading. Yep. And let's quit again to load Commodore 64 emulator. Yep, it's loading just fine as well. And now I'm gonna try something that I haven't showed you in the past. As some might know, I have an NMI switch that goes on the ACA accelerator. When I press it, it loads an HRT module that is ROMable. And you can see that we are on the HRT mode right now. So, if I press help, I'm getting some pages with some info. For example, if I type IDE, it shows some info from the IDE interface. For example, I can open the LED motor by the drive motor. Yep, you can see that. So, not much to do at the moment. So I'm gonna reboot. And I'm gonna press the left mouse button for Classic Workbench minimum boot. I have tinkered a bit the script to include also XBench. So we're gonna play some games. I'm gonna put some manly game. Yep, and we're gonna quit again. I'm gonna leave XBench. So, doing a reboot. Okay, we can enable also some USB functions. USB enable. We're enabling the subway that is mounted on the A600 memory. Okay, let's put it on the custom. And here it is. I'm gonna open directory Opus. And here is the USB. You can see it just fine. Let's see, for example, some backdrops that I made. I made a custom command slideshow. Yep, it loads just fine. And last but not least, I'm gonna switch off the Amiga and I'm gonna change the Kickstart, because my ROM is a 1 megabyte ROM, and also it has Kickstart 1.3, what you can see right now. Yep, some old floppy games can load just fine. AK is already disabled as well, so full compatibility for all games. I hope you liked that video. Stay tuned for more. Bye.